everybody. It's Thursday, May 15th, 5:30 in the morning. It's been a very hot 2 days, but it's hotter in Saudi Arabia. The Lawrence of Arabia now is dancing with uh, the king. Arab leaders now, lost their sovereignty, lost their saying in anything in the area, uh, and Lawrence of Arabia now is and Trump going there and kind of try and redraw the map of the Middle East again. It happened after World War One when the British and the French divided the Ottoman Empire or wherever the area there, Palestine, Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, Kuwait, made up states, and started, after the Arab revolt against the Turks, against the Ottoman, and was promises that never met by the British and the French. And it was led by a British security officer, Lawrence of Arabia. And the rest is history. Now, Psycho Pico, it's all over again in a different way. Instead of dividing the area, now we try to put it back together. And it is really, I mean, you can say anything about the village idiot, whatever, Western media gone hayway about the private jet that is given as a gift to Trump from Qatar. It's just, I mean, the whole country is a gift to the American, let alone a gift. And there's just people. They just anything happening, blame Trump for it. It's like he created this. I mean, our American dominant in the area and American interfering in the area, it's gone on for years. And now it's a new reality, and the influence of the American is dwindling, and they don't have that muscle anymore. It's like in the Godfather movie, after the father colony assassination, or the other mafia families are just got greedy and start dividing the area. And I remember in the movie the guy's telling Michael, you know your family doesn't have the muscle anymore, so might as well deal and wheel with the new reality, new power in the area. Turkey, Iran, even Egypt was missed out of the whole trip. First Middle Eastern trip, Egypt was not included. I don't know what the significance of this. Egypt became irrelevant long time ago, and that's by design. Sisi wants to make Egypt irrelevant, doesn't interfere in anything, just swallow the whole country. I mean, instead of, the Egyptian military now is like an occupying forces, is just dominating everything, politics, economy, education, legal system, everywhere. So why even bother by what's going on around you? The whole area is burning down in Libya, Sudan, Palestine, and Yemen. And this guy think he's saving Egypt. And Egypt, one day is gonna, it's gonna be the next Iraq, next Syria, next Libya. That's just waiting for the turn. But anyway, uh, it's just interesting to see how the media cover this Trump trip. Just right-wing media just talking about his bringing billions of dollars from the Arab sheikhs and smart guy and signing things and a lot of treaties and a lot of these things. And of course, these things just treaties is just on paper doesn't mean it's going to happen. A few things here and there, but it happened before. You sign this billions and trillions of dollar treaties and it takes 20 years, 10 years. God knows what the area is going to look like in 10, 20 years. So this is just not, it's not going to save America. It's not going to save the Arabs. It's not going to save the Palestinian. And it's not going to save the Zionist project either. I think it's a new reality. And for those who blaming Trump for this and that, he did not start this. He did not support the. He wasn't there when the genocide started, and I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised if he is gonna throw Netanyahu under the bus. Like with Elon Musk, like with Ukraine, and it's time for the Israelis to figure out what would they do post America's unconditional support. This cannot go uh, forever. That Americans support the genocide. Reporting killing babies is considered anti-Semitic. People are terrified. And I think what Trump is doing in deporting people and waging crusade in universities, accusing his nemesis of anti-Semitic is just a hot air. And I think he probably the only one. He won't know he himself and his anti-Semitic and racist background and his family. So it's nothing new there. But this guy might be the one who is gonna change the narrative a little bit and let other country, local, regional superpower, not just the Zionist project that were created to divide and control the interests of the West in areas like a military vessel there, a military base. It will cost the American 50 to $100 billion to go and invade an Arab or a Muslim country. I mean, the Israelis can do it much, much cheaper than that. And this is just, in a nutshell, our relationship with Israelis. In 67, once they prove that they are able and capable of defeating the Arabs there in 60 days, that was impressive. And that's when the Americans start paying attention to them and supporting them. So it is Lawrence of Arabia again, and changing the reality in the Middle East. This guy lifted sanction on Syria, and everybody's talking about the condition he put on Syria's president Ahmad al-Shara. They have to uh, get rid of terrorists, foreign terrorists, and condemn this and join the normalization relationship with Israel. It's called Abrahamic, whatever that treaty is. Nobody even pay attention. And but uh, this is just on paper, uh, you know, 6 months ago, this Ahmed Shara was wanted and millions of dollars on his head, and he was a terrorist, and now he is meeting Trump and shaking hands, and as a head of state, things can change. Things can change very quick. Saddam Hussein was our friend and supported him for 18 years in his fight war with Iran. Now, invasion and fake trial and and uh, killing, execution. Gaddafi the same thing, and Shah. You do your job. We'll support you, and when you are done, you become useless. We're gonna let you go. This is politics, and so things are changing in the area, and the Palestinian resistance are really is behind all of this, and they still the only people there that they standing to the old narrative, colonial narrative, and the Israelis and the Zionist project have been exposed, and even the Israelis media, they'll say we bombed the hospital because we were trying to kill this and that, Muhammad Sinwar, Abu Ubaid. They even admit it, killing 40 people in the hospital, kids and patient already. Killing a patient, even if he was accused of anything, it's illegal. You cannot kill a patient in the hospital. Besides, it's just illegal to begin with. And so Israel is a Zionist project exposed, and people see the true color of that ideology, and nobody's going to believe that anti-Semitic and the promised land and and the only democracy narrative that dominated that area for the last 100 years. The massacre and the killing did not happen after October 7, Israel's massacres. The Israel's terrorist organizations, the Hagan, and all of that committed, crimes and massacre before even uh, establishing of the Zionist project. The Oregon uh, massacre and uh, gang. Those guys were led by the Zionist leader who became head of states. So we have the Stern, we have the Haganah, we have the Oregon. All those were Zionist terrorist organizations that committed crimes and massacre before the 48 and after 48. So don't tell me about October 7. The Nakba was almost over 500 villages were wiped out. Millions of people were pushed out. I mean, majority of people who live in Gaza, they are refugees that were pushed out during the Nakba from Jerusalem, Rafah, from uh, so I'm not saying this guy is the savior, but he's changing the narrative. We're not going to interfere in that area anymore. We're going to just go there and play brokers are here and there, but those guys they have to figure out their problems, and he's gonna let Turkey to play roles, and Israel has to figure things out. We're not gonna just go there and save Israel every time they are venturing on attacking and invading and uh, this area is not a strategic area as it used to be. And the Western interference is going to dwindle, and it's not going to it's becoming unprofitable. And so we have China, we have the Asian giant waking up, and we need to deal with that. And American interventions uh, in the area is not going to be the same anymore. And things are going to change, and nations resistant, and people have to have a saying of what the future of their country is, like what's happening in Syria now. And it's going to happen in Jordan, it's going to happen in Egypt, and even in Saudi Arabia. I think what I'm getting out of this is just it's not gonna be the American way every time something happens. There is the Arab way, the Arabian way, and the local way, and the old colonial imperialist interventionist way is not gonna be the way to go. Stop ranting, and we'll see you next rant or next week.